guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle/high school, and high school age. We are just starting our 13th year of homeschooling tomorrow, actually, which is July 10th, and I know that this video will be up probably well past that. Today I am going to be setting up my kids' milk crates with the work that they'll be doing probably over the next quarter. I think. It might only be 6 weeks. I have pulled quite a bit of the work that I want them to do, not this right here. This is just extra stuff that I found in the kids' rooms that I need to find a place for. So we use milk crates to organize our curriculum and resources, mainly because it is just very easy to kind of put all of the work that needs to be done in the crate. Now, this isn't having 36 hanging file folders with worksheets for 36 weeks. That's not what I'm talking about. I put all of the kids' books that they're reading, their, instructor's guides, their Brave Writer resources, all of that kind of stuff, their math. Well, Emma and Jack use teaching textbooks, but I will put the appendices that I print out in their milk crates as well. And this is just to keep things better organized. I have most of their books over here on my shelf in my office, but just getting the day-to-day stuff is much easier in the milk crates. Now, I started using the milk crates, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago because we didn't have a homeschool room. At the time, our home, we had converted it into a duplex, and so we were living on the first floor and we were renting to people on the second floor, and we just didn't have space. So I used the milk crates because I could put them in an armoire because our previous house did not have any closets, and they were out of the way when we were finished with school. Now, back then I only had 2 kids in school. Now I have 3, and so it just makes it a little bit easier, and I can slide them right into my closet to get them out of the way. But yes, so that's what I'm going to do. I need to get the milk crates from the basement. I need to see about file folders because some of the file folders, I use the wide bottom, I think they're maybe 2-inch file folders for some of the subjects, and then just regular hanging files for other subjects, or as dividers depending on how many books are in there, specifically for the English because my older 2 have a lot of books that they get through. That's my plan for today, to get all of that organized because we are supposed to be starting our slow start tomorrow. I had originally planned to get most of this prep done this past week because I was on vacation. Vacation meaning I'm on a social media break at the moment, and well, for the most part, and I was taking a week off from my membership community, but I really just rested. We visited with family at the beginning of the week, and then the end of the week I was just trying to recover, and it was beautiful outside, so I just wanted to sit outside and not be working. I just wanted to read and sort of rest and recuperate and renew myself before we start our new homeschool year. So today I'm kind of at the end of the line, and we have to get this stuff done today. And I also have not planned out what we're actually going to be doing next week, or this week for school. It's a slow start, so it gives me a little bit of leeway, but I do want to have a few things written down, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing that I have to do is actually make the little files and kind of get rid of them. Like, some of these are really messed up and just not working anymore. Some of them will still be fine. This is Emma's, this is Jack's, this is Lucy's. I got this one last year, and I'm a little disappointed because this section for hanging the file folders is not, it's like bent or something, so the folders don't actually slide, which is not great for Lucy specifically. So I may end up replacing this, which is just a bummer. I had ordered it online because that was easier, but I think I need to actually go into the store. I got these at Target, and go into the store and see if they have one that is not bent on the sides. Like, bring my own file folders to make sure that it works. But first thing that I'm going to do is just take out the broken folders and then get some new folders from my basement and replace the ones that I need to, and decide on the categories that I'm going to be using. Typically, I will just have the subjects and then the books either in the file folder, these are the wide bottom ones, or if there are a lot of books, I will use one of these just regular file folders as a divider and just stick the books behind it. So we'll see how it goes. That's step number 1 though. Than I expected. I know that I have file folders, wide bottom file folders. I can't find that box anywhere. I also can't find the little tabs that you're supposed to put in the file folders. So I think that I have made do with what I could find, and so now I'm going to show you the different categories. These categories will expand as we move through our homeschool year. We're just starting with our slow start. We're not going to be starting all subjects on day 1. I am going to put the majority of the core resources that we're going to be using for the first 9 weeks-ish into the milk crates, but there will be more things later on, things like art or fine arts, personal development for my older 2 kids, goal setting things, that kind of stuff that I'm not at a place where we're going to be starting that. So I'm not going to include those folders, also because I can't find the extra folders and tabs that I was looking for. So anyways, I'm going to show you the empty bins and then I am going to start filling them. So this is Emma's bin, and she does have a couple of the wide bottom folders for English. History is just going to be one of these skinny folders, and I will put the books behind it because some of the books are quite large. Same thing with chemistry, same thing with Spanish. Math, I actually don't have anything to put in her math folder yet. It is actually going to be the appendices, which I think I already mentioned because we use teaching textbooks. So she will have the resources that she needs to refer to in this folder. And then Bible is another larger folder to put the books that we're going to be working on this year. For Jack, he has a Bible folder. The book that he's going to be working on first is a little bit smaller, and then he also reads the Bible on his phone in the morning. So we do have Bibles. They are on shelves, and he can certainly read a physical Bible, but he usually uses the Bible app, so he won't have a ton of stuff in here at the moment. Math, same thing. He uses teaching textbooks, and I will print out the appendices for him to have reference. English is a wider folder because it will have books in it that he will be reading over the next several weeks. Also, I do not have any of the Brave Writer resources for him printed out. Those will also be in here, mainly because they have not been released yet. The first book that he's going to be doing is The Hunger Games in August, I think is the first month, and so it won't be available until August 1st. So I have to wait for that. Then Japanese is another larger folder because his workbook is quite large, and then he has a lot of resources online that he's going to be using. History is just a skinny folder. The books will go behind, and the same thing with science. I have not printed out his science stuff yet. We're going to be using these farm anatomy, nature anatomy, food anatomy books, and there are some workbooks that I can purchase online. I just have not done that yet and printed them out, but we aren't going to be focusing on science for him really in this first term. Then finally Lucy, and she has the most wide bottom folders because her resources will all fit in these. She has Bible, her history, math, and see, these don't slide because it's not, it's going to drive me insane. Her math is a skinny folder because she uses Singapore math, primary US edition for up through level 6B. Language arts, which will have her binder with her worksheets in it, as well as spelling, handwriting, and her books. And then the last one is science, which will just be her butterfly unit, which is what we're working on right now. Probably we will be finished with that maybe mid-August, I guess. Probably during the first 6 weeks, we'll be just focusing on her butterfly unit. Okay, that was a little more involved than I had expected, and that was mainly because I forgot that I had not done the instructor's guides for Spanish or chemistry for Emma, and I hadn't done the instructor's guides for Jack. So anyways, typically I will have the planner right in the front. This is Emma's bin, but there is not enough space at the moment, partly because I have all of these books that she will be reading at the beginning of the year, like the first several books that she will be reading. This one is poetry and will be used more than just the first several weeks, but having these big binders means that there's just not enough space in here. I have not coiled these yet. I know in my last video I had talked about coiling the first 9 weeks or in 9-week chunks, the instructor's guides, the student guides for both Jack and Emma, but I did not do that yet. I'm not sure if I will. So for the time being, I just have them in binders, and unfortunately I did not have any small binders downstairs, so I just had these 1-inch binders. Yeah, so I need like the 1/2-inch binders for the 9-week guides, but I just need to purchase some new ones. So her first section is English. These are all the books that she's reading, and then she has her Wordly Wise, and then this is the student guide for the first 9 weeks, as well as all of the resources. This is her history book. I feel like there might be a couple other ones that I have to pull out as well, but I'm not sure they're going to fit in here. And then her history student guide. And then I do have 2 chemistries in here at the moment. Well, technically 3. I have the BJU Press, which we are going to be starting with. I also have the Guest Hollow Chemistry in the Kitchen, which we were hopefully going to use a lot of the labs from this one. And then I also have Life of Fred Chemistry, and I'm kind of undecided. I'm a little nervous about how many days the BJU Press is, but I really do like the video course. So then we have the textbook and the lab manual, and then the student handouts out here, which I just coiled, punched and coiled. So then I have her Spanish, which I also had to coil, and her Spanish book, math, nothing, and then her Bible books are back here. Everything's really tucked in here at the moment. How to Ruin Your Life by 30, and then The Case for Christ, which Emma and I are going to read together. So this is Emma's bin. Jack's is much more manageable. I do have this middle school planner from Not Consumed. I do have a full walkthrough of this and their high school planner. They also have a primary and elementary version, which I did not get, but I think I'm going to start out with this for Jack for this year. It's an undated planner. I did create just an hourly planner for him because he likes to do block scheduling, similar to me, block off his time for when he's working on specific things. But I think that this might work pretty well to have him write out what he has each day. We'll see. We'll see how much he uses this. Then we have, let's see, Bible. This is the book he's going to be starting with, Why Pray? 40 Days from Words to Relationship. And then we don't have anything for his math. This is his English. He's going to be starting with Children of the Longhouse, and I think I'm going to have him do the arrow that goes with this because I do own it already. And my plan for the time being is to do the Hunger Games Boomerang in August, but like I said earlier, that is not available yet. So we'll see. It might be more of a September thing. Wordly Wise, book 8, and then this is his student guide for English. Then we have his Japanese from 0, book 1, and then we'll be using their YouTube videos as well as Duolingo. Then history, the history books that he'll be using first, and his student guide as well. And then science, I don't have anything printed out yet, and I'm not going to try and put the books in here because it's just too packed at the moment. And then finally we have Lucy's, which is her kids planner from Erin Condren, which again, I have a full walkthrough of this. This is more just a monthly planner with some fun little extra things in it. And I'm looking forward to setting this up with her. Just some little fun activities for her to do each month. But I will not put assignments or anything in this. This will just be something that we work on together, probably to set up the next month. I don't know if we'll start using it for July because obviously we are in the middle of July at the moment, or if we will just wait to start in August. Then we have her Bible, and this is just her little devotional, which she's been using for the past couple of years, and I think it's cute. It's just a little, verse, prayer, thought of the day. So that is what she has. We also do have, where is it? I'm not sure where it is at the moment. It's probably in a pile somewhere, which is her Bible book for this year. So I'm going to have to find that because I don't know where it is. Okay. Anyways. Oh, here it is. I had it in with the history, Talking with Your Kids About Jesus. So that is going to be the book that we work on together, she and I. And then we have history, which this is the new spine or one of the new books for History Level D, which we've never used before. We always incorporate some Story of the World, Volume 3 in U.S. history, and then this is the read aloud that we're going to start with, The Witch of Blackbird Pond, and then a couple other history books, Native American Cultures, and the Smithsonian American History Visual Encyclopedia. Then we move to math, which is book 3A. I need to get the textbook and the instructor's guide, which is downstairs in one of my homeschool bins. I have not pulled that yet. Then we have all of her English. These are the books she's going to be starting out with. Chalkbox Kid, Paintbrush Kid, Tornado. Pedro's journal is actually, is this a reader or is this a read aloud? I think this is for history, so I need to put this over here. And then she has her cursive handwriting and her spelling you see, book C. And then these are her language arts worksheets, which we'll be working through. And then in the back is all of her science stuff, the books that go with her butterfly unit, and then the instructor's guide for the butterfly unit. So that is all of the setup for the milk crates that I'm going to be doing right now. Like I said, I do plan to add some things to it, but I might have to remove some of Emma's books, her English books, because they take up quite a bit of space. And again, like I said, the chemistry, we've got a lot of chemistry in that milk crate as well. So potentially deciding on just one. I really want a robust chemistry curriculum for her, which is why I have BJU. But at the same time, I don't want her to be super overwhelmed with 2 BJU courses, which she's already doing Spanish 3. And so I think that Spanish 3 and chemistry, it will take a lot of time. We'll see how it goes. But I'm really excited about starting this new homeschool year and kind of just getting into a good rhythm again and seeing how we like the resources that we've chosen. So we'll see. I'll definitely be vlogging, letting you know how things are going. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, a little peek into my planning and prepping for our new homeschool year. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, you can certainly leave me a comment or email me. My contact form is always in the description box. If you're looking for more help and encouragement, I would love for you to come over and check out our Patreon membership community. That link is also always in the description box as well. Again, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.